Ladies and gentlemen, our secret guest today on the podcast, Jake, why don't you reveal it with the image?
Calling in Lovie Smith, former Bayer head coach.
All right. Lovey, wait, hold on. We got a round of applause for you.
Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen, for having me on.
Wow, real treat to have the Lovey Smith. You're so charismatic. You got the crowd cheering and laughing at the same time. Wow, we're so lucky to have you. We're like the biggest Lovey Smith fans ever.
Well, I really appreciate that. It's not easy out here, so it's great to have some recognition in this wonderful business called football.
Lovey, Mr. Smith, just want to ask you one question. Where'd your southern accent go?
Well, unfortunately, I've been spending a little too much time away from home, and I've been picking up a lot of weird things on the road, more than just accents, if you know what I mean.
Oh, no. Lovey.
Here, Lovey, I'm going to let you talk to one of your biggest fans here, too. Jake, he really wants to get your thoughts on the game, how it's going, and what you think the Bears can do better in this second half.
Yeah, and really, before I even hop in on anything game related, I want to note that your beard is not weird. Your beard is wonderful. I really love that beard.
Well, I got a little bit of inspiration for the holidays. I like to mirror Santa Claus's beard. He's really the go-to guy. If anybody knows anything about sacks and fumbles, it's Santa Claus. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's speaking of sacks and fumbles, the Bears have been playing like junk. And I'm thinking maybe they need to hire you back.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I think that the main thing is the offensive line is just really struggling compared to the Seahawks offensive line. And I just think when it comes to defense, the only real defense you need to worry about is coming from my new line of jeans that I'm actually working on, the Lovies. Lovie's jeans will keep the defense of the outdoors from your indoors, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, we know. I think we know.
I think I get it. They're extra padded for
pleasure
for playing football.
Yeah, it's for those special players that like to spend a little extra time on the bench. It's nice and padded at the bottom.
Mr. Smith, have you been wearing these jeans yourself personally too? How does the regular guy like me who likes to just sit on his rump all day? How do those jeans work for me?
Well, for a gentleman like yourself, I think that you would actually enjoy the jorts that we actually have. We have the jeans and the jorts for those that like to keep it a little breezy down south. Down south, we do like it a little breezy.
That's true.
Down south, yeah, and that's where you're from.
And that's where you're calling.
Absolutely. And
where are you calling in from, Mr. Smith?
I'm actually at an undisclosed location, unfortunately. I can't reveal, or else a threat of problems with my family, so I cannot actually say.
Interesting. Well, I think we got two guys in from out of town to their hometown Chicago, and here's what I'm thinking: what are you missing from? What's your favorite meal from hometown Chicago?
Well, absolutely. I totally miss that. What is those Franks that you guys have? Those Franks, the hot dogs, whatever. Down here we call them Franks. Up there you probably call them something else, but they're always so delicious. And also, you guys have the best peanuts. There's no the best peanuts that I've ever had.
Lovey, I think you spent like 13 years here, and all you tried were the peanuts. And
yeah, I have a very weird diet. I'm a very sick man. You can tell by my beard that I can only eat dogs and peanuts.
Can you tell us your favorite? Because it sounds like you ate hot dogs every day when you're here. Can you tell us your favorite place to get those hot dogs? Maybe we can go there.
Yeah, absolutely. There's this little place called what's it called?
Take your time.
Damn it. Giordano's. Yeah, that's what it is. Has the best hot dogs in all of Chicago. That's what they're known for.
Huh.
Oh.
Hey, every time I think I know everything about Chicago, somebody tells me something new.
It's always an out of towner, always telling you so much more.
Mhm.
A real out of towner. Well, Mr. Smith, we do have an audience member here who's very excited to ask you a question too. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I guess. Just as long as he doesn't heckle me about my years at the Bears.
Okay, I don't think you will.
Hello, Mr. Smith. It's a great opportunity to be able to speak to you today.
That's Mr. Smith, please. Mr. Smith.
I'm so sorry. Anyway, I was wondering, for all your experience, leading the Bears through many victories, and now with a brand new pair of jeans, like a brand, what advice would you give to people aspiring to be as successful as you?
I guess one of the big things that you need to know is the best way to get ahead is to step on the shoulders of other people. The best way to get ahead in life is to stand on the shoulders of giants, as they say, and move forward without thanking those that help you reach the top. Cut everybody off as you use them and abuse them.
Are you sure about that, Mr. Smith? That seems a little...
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
He said absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah. Speaking of cutoffs, again, I want to emphasize those jorts that I mentioned, those Lovie's jorts, not to get confused with the gas station Lovies. We have no affiliation with them, so please don't ask them. We've been getting a lot of complaints about that, and it's really clogging up my wife's phone.
Your wife is involved in the Lovey jeans?
Yeah, I can't afford a headquarters, so we use her phone directly. So we've been getting a lot of harassing phone calls.
Wow. Well, thank you for answering my other question. I have one more question, if that's okay, Mr. Smith.
All right.
So I was wondering about the jeans specifically. How did you get inspired to make such a beautiful product? And the design of them is very revolutionary. How did it come to you?
Well,
Mr. Smith, you don't have to answer only Gene's questions only. You can, if you're not comfortable, we can only talk about football. We're always okay with that.
Well, I prefer to actually talk about it. It would really help me get something off my chest that I'm self-conscious about. I actually have a medical condition where I have aggressively skinny chicken legs. So I would wear shorts around the training camps, and players would mock me relentlessly, and they would point and laugh.
Oh, wait. Mr. Smith, can you tell us the story of when Brian Urlacher pointed out your skinny, ridiculous chicken legs? Can you tell us the story of that?
Yeah, of course. We call them Brands, actually, because I like to misspell names and say them wrong. So Brands Urlacher, he was actually the worst because he would point and laugh and really get the other guys going. One time he actually pantsed me so people could see my chicken legs, and let's just say it was one of the more experiences that I would rather never like to have in my life.
And can you repeat, because you've gone on record, and I don't want to bring up any dirty old skeletons. Can you repeat the exact words that Brian Urlacher said to the guys, to the fellas, when he pulled your pants down and exposed your extremely chicken legs?
Absolutely. He said, hey guys, we have Buffalo Wild Wings here because look at these chicken legs, boys. As he pulled down my pants, and then he pointed and laughed, and the laugh slowly turned into crying as he said, guys, I'm going bald, and I need some help from Rogaine or whatever the hell it is he's peddling these days.
Wow. Sounds like a lot of...
I think it's Restore.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
Either way, sounds like you guys have a lot of bad blood between each other. Well, Mr. Lovie Smith, we are getting back to the game. Give us the top 3 things the Bears need to do to win this game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think, first of all, somebody needs to make Nick Foles disappear. That's the first thing that they need to do. Second of all, they need to have at least 12 turnovers in the next half of the game. And then third of all, they need to make the Lovie's jeans and George combination a staple for every player. It should be mandatory that every player wears this.
Wow. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, that'd be huge.
I'm really liking that number 3. I think maybe between the third and fourth quarter, they might be able to do something about that.
I hope so.
And,
Let's hope so, because the banks are really knocking down my door to get their money for this this growing business that I'm working on. So they're really on my ass. So please, boys, do whatever you can.
well, Mr. Lovie, great stuff as always.
And we've had a record high concurrency of 1 viewer this one, so I think we might get something rolling after this stream.
Oh,
Yeah, this Eric
Yeah,
Guzman
sure.
guy. This Eric Guzman guy seems like a big fan of yours. Might end up buying a couple more Jordan jeans combos.
I'm buying one right now.
Oh, and we got the
please
audience.
go to the site and use the code washed up at checkout for 10% off. So washed up, 10% off.
Awesome.
Wow. Well, Mr. Lovie Smith, do we
Yes.
see potentially a comeback to the Bears? I think we lost Mr. Are you okay, Mr. Smith? Are your jeans tightening up?
Yeah, I'm all right. They really got me by advice, but yeah, I'm back.
That's the jeans have you by a vice?
Yeah, they're a little too tight. I should have gotten 5 sizes up. It's making it hard to breathe. Actually,
I just want to let
that's
you.
why my beard's white.
Great information, Mr. Smith. People did hear that, and we are just telling them you were kidding. The jeans fit perfectly. They're very.
Oh
comfortable.
yeah, whoops.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
honest.
Well, Mr. Smith, the game is back on. You're more than welcome to stay on for a bit, or
And always please call back.
yeah, call back if you need to take care of something. We'll be here. Just send us a little carrier pigeon, and we'll tap you back in.
Thank you for having me on, boys. I'm going. I think somebody's following me because I am currently driving. So they're actually following my every move. I think I'm in a lot of trouble. So I'm gonna let you guys get back to it, and hopefully you don't see my name in the obituaries.
Good
Stay
luck.
safe
Good luck,
out
Mr.
there.
Smith. You're
Thank you,
always so
fellas.
calm.
Please.
Oh, we lost Mr. Smith.
Oh God.
Oh gosh, Mr. Smith.
I
Well,
hope he's okay.